Hi, this is Nahid, and in our December Best Practices Forum, we're going to be talking about stressful relationships and how to get the stress out of relationships. And we thought this would be a good topic for December with the holidays coming up. So I'm going to be bringing a model that we use at Aspire called the Boundaries Model. And what I'd like you to bring is your relationships. So think about your relationships both at work and home that cause you stress in some way. Usually it's either they drain you and they exhaust you and you just kind of want to run the other way and not deal with these people, or they cause a lot of anxiety because you're frustrated because they're not doing the things that you really need them to be doing. And so we'll be talking about how you can make some subtle shifts in your relationships to make them less stressful and more productive and happier. So I hope to see you at our December meeting. Hi Sandra, thank you so much for being willing to talk after our session. So we talked about stressful relationships, and everybody's got one. So we had a great discussion today. What's one thing that you got out of it that someone might find useful?
Wow, gosh, there are a lot of gems that I got out of this one, and I love the model is easy to understand, but also the part that I can play in maybe, following my own rules, and once I set the rules, following them. So it's amazing how something so simple can have such a big impact. So I really enjoyed it. It was great.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for sharing today. And just as a note, the boundaries we're talking about are the rules that we set in our relationship. And we all have them, but they're sometimes hard for other people to follow. So thanks again.
You're welcome.
So Susan, thanks again for being willing to talk after the class. So we talked about stressful relationships, and everyone has one. What did you get out of the session today?
A few things. I think the realization that most of us aren't in one place, that there are some relationships we have where we try to micromanage others, and there are other relationships we have where we're perhaps overbearing to other people. So that realizing that we're all over the continuum, I think allows us to have more respect and more compassion for other people who are driving us nuts.
Yeah.
But maybe function in different ways in different aspects of their lives.
Yeah, so I remember at the end of the session, you were saying that you had a gem where there were a certain type of person, when someone drives you crazy, that you would normally just end the relationship. But now with some of these tools, you realize that you could make a shift just to make the relationship a little different so it doesn't cause as much stress, and you can still keep the relationship too.
I like that.
Excellent. Well, thanks again so much for being willing to share today. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.